It's a mess, isn't it? It's a blue Godzilla mess. I said it last week. I said if Helen Zille arrives back, it will be the end of Mmusi Maimane. But I tell you what is interesting and what is good is that he didn't wait to be pushed. Anybody else could have said, no, I'm leader of the opposition, and so let me stay until Congress, I'll see how to survive, and so on. And I think we need to commend Mmusi. I think Auntie Patricia is being petty. Everybody has their own Damascus, because also Auntie Patricia was in the DA for a long time before she could come and tell us it's racist and what. Didn't she know it was racist? She only discovered last year on October. No, everybody has their own Damascus. There's a chap in the Bible who was called Saul. He got a Damascus at Chenchalina Paulo. Everybody has their own Damascus. When some of us left the ANC in 2009, people ridiculed us, and then suddenly they were all jumping ship one by one. You know, some of them are now in the EFF and so on. At that time, there were very strong people in the ANC Youth League insulting everybody who was leaving. So everybody will, at some point, find their truth. On Monday, it was Helen Mashaba. He found his truth after 3 years of being in the DA. Today, it's Athol Trollip, who's been in the DA for more than 2 decades, found his time today to say, this is not working out. Everyone finds their own Damascus. Today, it was Damascus of Mmusi Maimane, and I want to commend him. Enough. You said enough is enough, right? So that we can now see the real colors of the DA. And we will see the real colors of those inside the DA who in fact agree with the wrong direction that the DA is taking. A direction that says race does not matter. A direction that says BEE must be cancelled. A direction that says employment equity does not matter. A direction that says, you know, money must be spent on white leafy suburbs and not on poor areas like Kahalija, as the Human Rights Commission told us. If you are a black person in the DA, or you are a progressive white person in the DA, your Damascus must soon come. No, nobody, and let nobody celebrate the demise of an opposition party, nobody. Because our system of governance is so rotten, so bad, that an opposition party must be strong and it must exist in order to keep a balance in our democracy. Just today, the Auditor General is telling us 61 billion rand was stolen by people across the country in various municipalities. It tells you how much we need the government of the day at local, provincial, and national levels to be kept on its toes. And so we cannot celebrate the demise of a democratic alliance. We may not like them, but we need an opposition that works. The problem with the DA is that it's an opposition that's confused. An opposition that can no longer present itself as an alternative of our South African political discourse. It's an opposition party that is going back to their laga, going backwards. An opposition party that had determined a strategy that says that party must be for all South Africans, and it's now like a remorseful buyer of a second-hand vehicle. Please, please, go and get our DA back. And it's happening. Zille has wasted no time. She has not even been chairperson for 2 minutes. She's already made people to leave. Tell me about the toilet cleaner. And she makes a joke with, I don't know, I'm just a toilet cleaner. She's cleaning up the toilet mess that the DA is in now. I see your toilet, clean it now. DA is going to become, once again, a regional, small, white party interested in parking bays, shopping malls, and mascaras. They don't matter to our people. Our people are starving. Do we need a party that is not interested in addressing those inequalities? No, we don't. But do we need a strong opposition in South Africa that can keep the ANC accountable? Yes, we do. And one hopes that the likes of Helen Mashaba, the likes of Bongane Baloyi, the likes of Athol Trollip can gather again and try once again. We should not give up. we should never give up having a dream of an alternative political movement. Our political system is rotten, it's rotten to the core. Makgowa is throwing his hands in the air. I don't know what else to say now. Because last year it was 50 billion. This year is 61 billion rand of theft. Their time is ticking. What did they say if there's no tomorrow? And maybe there is no tomorrow. Maybe there's no tomorrow for a government that specializes in stealing. And so those who must hold that government accountable cannot be a bunch of racist people who don't understand that this is a new South Africa, where black and white must work together for good. It's bad what is happening in the Democratic Alliance. But like every bad situation, you see a silver lining. And that silver lining is suddenly now, those who are hiding behind black faces, those who are hiding behind a black complexion, while underneath the undertones of racism continued, while they delayed any policy direction for over 4 years that could make the DA an attractive alternative for millions of our people. Those people are now going to be exposed. Crocodile tears. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what she did tonight.
And Mmusi remains very young and has a long and illustrious career ahead of him, working for democracy and inclusion and one South Africa for all, which remains all of our absolute commitment. We don't differ on that. We don't waver on that. We are all equally committed to that. But it is an enormously difficult path, and in fact, very few countries have achieved it. So I just want to say on behalf of the Federal Executive, salute and respect. And part of that salute and respect is to respect your decision. And I hope that our friendship and our debates and our disagreements will continue in good faith and in mutual love of our country and vision for the future, as they always have been. People will want to know where we go from here. Our Constitution makes provision for the fact that if a leader departs in unforeseen circumstances, the party chairperson takes over until a new leader can be elected. This is a rather unusual situation because both the leader and the chairperson have taken individual decisions at the same time. So before we rush into something that may not be constitutional and may not be appropriate, we will and we are taking legal advice as to what the right path forward is constitutionally. And tomorrow we will convene a Federal Executive by teleconference to discuss that legal advice and to chart the way forward. I'm deeply moved by the commitment that both Mmusi and Athol have shown to the values and the vision that we all share that are set out in the first chapter of our Constitution, to which Mmusi, Athol and I have all in different ways made a major contribution. And I know that till our dying day we will work together for one South Africa for all, in a country where the economy can grow and where everybody can be included on the path to prosperity. And the Federal Executive, and I'm sure I speak on behalf of the Federal Council, although I haven't consulted them, says thank you very, very much to both Mmusi and Athol for their contribution, and long may our cooperation and work and your participation in it continue.
All right. Helen Zille, it was given to Helen, a very consummate politician, you know, a consummate politician in a South African context, somebody who can look you straight in the eye and basically just tell you to go to hell in a manner you have to look forward to it. They're saying to Mmusi, you are young, That's why you are leaving so early. You know, but put it nicely, Mmusi is young, has a whole career in front of him. I mean, the guy's career is ended, and she's made sure that it's ending. You know, and for the last 4 years, she has not gotten out of the shadows. That's my problem. And I did say this to her, to say, Helen, you don't know how to stay in your lane. And on Sunday, when she looked at us straight in the eyes, I'll stay in my lane, I'll stay in my lane. It didn't take 2 minutes. She's now, watch the space tomorrow. I will not be surprised. Obviously, I'll be happy to be proved wrong if she emerges there as acting leader. Because to make sense, they say, no, she's federal chair, you know, and you know, instead of getting a new leader now, the Congress is coming, so can she now just be leader? The plan seems to be getting together very nicely for those who want to call Helen out of retirement. But please come and save our DA. Let's not mince our words, man. Let's not mince our words. We can see it. Only an idiot cannot see the plan is getting together very nicely. The DA going back to the laga of white domination. I'm sorry. That's how it's looking right now, and it's looking very bad. The question is there going to be someone who will put up their hand to create yet another alternative? Or are we now just exhausted with all the small little splinter parties all over the show? What are we going to do, South Africa? Because there was a promising alternative that is now falling apart. Of course, I'm going to have an analyst at the top of the hour to come and help me understand what all of this means. And you will also be welcome to call us on our open line to also engage in our conversation. What does it mean for you? A lot of people in our streets saying, well, Mmusi should have stayed. Others saying, good riddance. Others saying, no. You know, she has done well. I mean, he has done well, and so on, etc. And others, of course, blaming Zille correctly for toppling the apple cart. 010-594-5140 is the number to call us. You can call us. We'll take your calls from 10 o'clock with the analyst around the Frank talk tonight, which is, where is the DA going? What is the future of the Democratic Alliance without Maimane? What is the future of Maimane without the Democratic Alliance? Let's take a break now. After the break, we go to Botswana and find out what on earth is going on there. The election's happening today, so we'll be in conversation across the border. Let's take a break.